Howdy, how you going? Happy Sunday on this particular one, which, far out, I don't know, it must be about the 29th or something of April. I didn't even check the date because I don't care. It's just today. And every day is a happy, happy day here in La La Land. That's not true. Every day is Christmas, as it should be. Every day should be full of abundance and joy and love and happy music and stuff. Definitely don't forget the stuff. Yes, I've decided to wear a shirt. And ordinarily I'd like to open up with a short prayer. So, as I'm about to say I don't have one, I just look down, there it is. Our Mother, who art the flat earth, the infinite endless plain, cloaked in blue and laced in white, your beauty and splendour knows no bounds. Give us this day thy pranic breath, healing herbs and sunlight-infused munchies. Cause our hands to do no harm, or our tongues to speak ill of others. Let us love one another as you surely love us. With grace, dignity and truth in our hearts, let us want for nothing, nor leave others wanting. We sing your praises forever and ever, our glorious Mother, flat earth. So welcome to this week's show. What is it? Sermon? It's not a sermon. Episode of Holy Mother of Flat Earth Church. I am your host, Nathan Oak. I'm just the dude talking to the camera here. It's not a big deal. I just like to sing a few songs, do a little bit of a reading, give you a bit of hope and inspiration that the Flat Earth Truth Movement is the transition we've been waiting for, to wake people up to the truth that we no longer have to live as slaves, lied to on a global level. That's how big the lie is. We've been lied to on a global level. That's massive. It's 25,000 miles circumference level. And it's all flat. You know, the first person who ever told me the earth was flat, this is the grandfather of my 3 children. He was a retired merchant sea captain when he finally told me. He didn't say anything all those years, but when he was retired, he just told me over coffee one morning. We're sitting there reading the newspapers, drinking coffees. He says, you know, after all my years at sea, for all his experience as a merchant sea captain going all around the world multiple times, he says, I think the earth is flat. And I just looked at him like, you're mad, father-in-law. But he's not. He is a very intelligent person. In fact, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have married his daughter. I think he was just obviously a good, authentic, intelligent man, and his daughter was alright too. I found her quite attractive at the time, and we had 3 kids together. And I thought, good genetic material, and it's paid off for me at least. The 2 eldest are doing double degrees in chemical engineering, while my youngest is just starting a science degree to go on to become a veterinary scientist, an animal doctor. So, you know, passed on some good genetic material to them. They're great kids. In fact, I had a dream. I was just talking to one the other night. Might have to ring her up. Anyway, getting back to the point, is this man of great integrity told me the earth is flat. And so the first thought in my mind, because this is how it works, it takes a long time to sink in when you get told earth is flat if you have no prior experience. Fortunately, I had some. I investigated a lot of weirdo shit. I even thought I found the book before that had the chapter, and I was going to read that today, but I've explained it before. It's just about the plumb bobs getting further apart as I go further down towards the centre of gravity. Another story for another time. Anyway, the thing is, your first thing is, well, the water. How can it be flat? and have water, you just think, oh, the water's all going to spill over the edges, right? That's the first thing you automatically think. Well, you would, because you grew up as a kid seeing pictures of boats sailing over the edge, over these big waterfalls at the edge. And that's the image you get programmed into your mind. You get this image of a globe programmed into your mind, and you seriously actually believe you can hold a globe in your hands and just look at it and look at this big bulge of water from one side to the other, and you'd think to yourself, how is it possible that all that water would curve? It's not possible. It's water goes level. And this is something actually I have to show you. This symbol here, this is your symbol of how to understand perspective. It's just holding your fingers together like this. When you look at them, it's actually harder to do than you would think. Put them down like that. Anyway, you hold them in front of you like that. You basically see your little fingers out here making a triangle going up, right? That's how it looks, even though your thumb and little fingers are actually making a plane. That's the plane kind of thing what we live on. This is Thatcher's law of perspective, mind you. This is the first time I've been teaching this as Thatcher's law of perspective, named after me because I came up with it. Now when you look at it yourself, see where your thumbs meet down here? Right down at the bottom of that dip there. That is how our perspective works. That is what we can see because we are also low to the ground. The law of perspective means the ground horizon rises up to eye level, the sky horizon comes down to eye level. Well, you know, you move your head around, of course. But that's where your horizon meets, is right in the middle of your thumb and forefinger. But you cannot see that far because you are way down in here and you are tiny. So what you're actually seeing is just a tiny, 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 tiny fraction of the world that exists, because you're only like 6 foot off the ground at best. Even if you go up in a building, you don't extend your view that much compared to how big the world is, and that's just the way perspective works. The ground will always rise up, which sort of makes the earth concave for all respects and purposes, really. Well, it doesn't have to curve, it can be flat both ways, but that's just how you see it. That's what perspective means, how you see things, how it's viewed for you. So to me, that's just like the I should continue telling this whole thing now. I've bloody started, shouldn't I? Shouldn't have started, because I just want to move on. But anyway, when you're looking at your forefingers in front of you, that is how you view the sun's path. That is the path the sun takes. Having fun with this window here. That's how you will see it. According to the law of perspective, you're right down the bottom of this V. You can only look straight up or across at this tiny little bit of sky. That's all the only bit of sky you actually see. It's a tiny little portion of the real sky before your horizon down here is blocking that view way up here. You'll see it for half the day, but that's all you get. Once it's gone behind down here, it just gets dark down here. Laws of perspective. Anyway, it is a Sunday, so I think I should have a bit of happy joy. It's one I made myself, but it's only been in the bottle about 6 weeks, I think. Oh no, maybe not even that. Maybe only 4. I say you can drink it after 2. Just getting to that point soon, I think. To do a reading or a song first, I think we should do a song first. Not that one, it's too long. That one's fairly long too. Alright. Heliocentric sun worship, Masonic illumination. Gravity's the glue that keeps us down, upside hallucination. Moving faster than the speed of sound, it's spinning ball of magic. Where's the edge of the world? Just look at Antarctic exploration. I jump the fishbowl, protect the bird, treat to size each and every nation. It's understood that Hollywood sells spinning ball of magic. Sell the globe world very well, put it into every classroom. Spinning on a ball, feeling nothing at all, surrounded by a vacuum. The blue marble to fool us all. Dream of spinning ball of magic. Dream of spinning ball of magic. Christ, it seems you're the Son of God with your very own constellations. The Savior of the world, it's told, just believe you'll have salvation. While Mother Earth gets raped and fracked for their greed and our starvation. Space might be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement, disseminating bullshit every day, disguised as entertainment. Did you hear the news? There's a new program saying spinning ball of magic. Born and raised by those who praise control of their slave nations. Nobody's ever been there on a shuttle to the space station. The blue marble, it's Photoshop to fool us all. It's destiny. Your mind awakening, the matrix lies right to your eyes, but the red pill is amazing. Well, then better wake up soon, don't be a cow, stop grazing. Flat Earth is the truth in all of your indoctrination. It served its purpose very well, ball and chain to the slave nation. Such a big lie is tragic. Awake from spinning ball of magic. The mind control is so sadistic. Don't be fooled by the great deceivers. Loose messed it up, as I do. I always do. I'm good at doing that. I do it every time. So good. So good, man. So, this is going to be a little bit different from the usual sort of reading. This is from a book. It's got no chapter, no cover, no title, no binding. It does have, says the higher power on the back there. I might read that first because it's obviously open at that page already. Your prayers should now be in the affirmative, claiming what you say to be true, a fact, an actual reality. This prayer fulfills your every need. Loving Father, this is thy holy temple, thy perfect dwelling place from which radiates thy love, wisdom and power to all thy children. I am filled with thy mighty healing power, thy inspired wisdom and divine love, and I am glorified in thee. My eyes and ears are open whereby I see and hear, and my mind receives thy eternal truths. For thou hast proclaimed thy perfect instrument for thy great and glorious work, that thy will, which is done in heaven, shall also be done on earth. Amen. So this is what I opened it to before, page 90, I remember that bit. No, wait, that's right, turn back one page because that's where I actually started reading. Realise this mighty truth, that everything is in vibration, and according to the vibration you receive and fix, so you will project. We should constantly recognise this power we have of projecting that which we hold in our mind. A picture, yes, we can absolutely project that picture. The masters are able to hold a picture in their mind, and by the power of concentration they can actually reproduce it so that all can see it visibly. We have this power within ourselves if we could but realise it is possible. Endeavour every day of your life to reproduce that which is already perfect within you. Refuse to see any imperfect condition. Refuse to receive any imperfect vibrations. Every time these vibrations come to you, refuse to accept them. Then the real self will outpicture in your mind the picture of itself. It will not be long before you will control all inharmonious vibrations, transmuting them and reproducing that which is already perfect. This is the highest form of healing. You have the power to change the elements, to change the vibrations in matter. You have dominion over matter when you are able to unfold the perfect idea. Do you think you could do it? Persevere. By the power of your own consciousness you create that which you hold before it. Every thought tends to outpicture itself. The subconscious will creates the mould for whatever is held in your imagination, and the image you hold comes forth. People speak of the ills of the flesh is hair to, but should rather speak of the ills fancy breeds. In treating by suggestion, it is wrong to make the patient repeat, "My sore foot," or whatever trouble, is getting better and better. Many people get worse. They get the reverse of what they desire because the image of the trouble predominates. When Cooey found this out, he invented the formula, "Day by day, in every respect, I am getting better and better." His patients had to say it 20 times without thinking of anything else while in a relaxed condition. He found this method gave good results. The reason, of course, is that they did not hold the image of their condition, and by creating a word expression, day by day, in every respect, I am getting better and better, it took their mind away from their trouble, lifted them out of the inharmonious vibration, and allowed nature to do her work unhindered. Nature always asserts herself when given the chance to do so. Be right back. Alright, well, I think now it's time for another song. Anybody got any questions too? Feel free to ask them. I've seen one or two people have asked me in the comments before and I've just answered them there, but quite happy to entertain questions if anybody's got any that they don't quite understand. I mean, nobody, not a single one of us flat earthers claims to have all the answers. You know, it just seems pretty obvious though. Water level doesn't curve. Earth is just all those places above water level. It's actually just a great big expansive ring, at least surrounded by Antarctica to the best of our knowledge, and possibly more continents beyond, possibly into infinity for all we know. So, we don't really know. But it seems pretty flat. I did, I would wonder about the atmosphere. Why doesn't it fly off like a giant rooster's tail? It just clings around us as we're spinning faster than sound, oblivious to the vacuum of universal space. Welcome to Flat Earth, it's truth. Welcome to Flat Earth, forsooth. Welcome to Flat Earth, it's truth. Welcome to Flat Earth. And I don't believe in the existence of planets. I don't believe in evolution, but I believe we have some kind of purpose to grow with wisdom, peace and truth. So reignite your candle, star seeds springing forth, and to walk like Christ in grace and love on the infinite Mother Flat Earth. Holy Mother Flat Earth, Gaia. Holy Mother Flat Earth, Sapphire. Holy Mother Flat Earth, admire. Holy Mother Flat Earth. And I believe all the stars are angels. And if you don't, I respect that too. But if you can prove we live on a planet, then I'll conclude that you're full of it. The ocean is sea level, the bit below the ground. We cannot possibly be spinning faster than the speed of sound. We live on a flat earth, it's flat. We live on a flat earth. We live on a flat earth, no ball. We live on a flat earth, that's all. Well, thanks for listening to that one. It was fun. I should write more songs like that one. I enjoy singing that. I don't know if I want to sing another song because there's only 5 minutes left. What the hell, I'm just going to sing this one out because I couldn't be bothered ranting and raving any longer. Just move a tad little bit closer for my eyes. I lived in a dream world. I thought I lived on a ball. The delusion was contagious. It went totally viral. Everyone on this ball earth felt they lived on the top. Even those on the underside thought that they were the right side up. We got convinced we were spinning
think they said it was faster than sound. But wait, there's more, they said we're going